2%. 2% of former foster youth go on to attain a college degree from a university. These are the numbers that were ringing true in my head from the president of Wright State University during my 2016 graduation. And these numbers ring true to me because I'm part of that 2%. During that moment in the Nutter Center with my peers, my classmates, and thousands of strangers, of friends and family that I didn't even know, I was sitting in that chair just reflecting on my experiences through foster care. I'd gone through 4 different homes, 3 different school systems, and by the end of my journey, I had been separated from my brother and sister who had entered care in with me. Going through that experience was a lot, but I was very thankful at the end of it. I had a great foster mother who was in it for all the right reasons. She was a single mother raising a daughter of her own, and she had welcomed me with warm arms into her home and made sure that I felt like I was someone with her. That woman's name was Jackie. Unfortunately, we had lost touch as I transitioned back home, but her experience and her love never left me. So I'm going back into this moment where I'm at graduation, and my next step is to pursue my internship and have that transition into a full-time job. And during that time, I was interning with a local ad agency, and I received an offer to actually interview at a large nonprofit downtown called CareSource. And during this time, I had a lot of feelings about downtown. Having gone through the foster care system, downtown was a place that was very scary and frightful to me. I remember just being in the car in the back seat, just driving through Salem Avenue on my way to Children's Services just to even visit my mom every other month or so. And downtown, like even as an adult, like driving downtown was just very anxiety inducing. So I did something in me, just felt like I needed to give this a shot. So I ended up taking an opportunity to interview at CareSource. And I remember driving up to the building, giant building on Monument and Main Street, all glass, and walking into it thinking this is a surreal moment. And after my interview, this woman walked up to me, tall, about a foot taller than me, blonde hair, blue eyes, and had introduced herself. Hi, I'm Kathy Ponitz. And for those that don't know Kathy Ponitz, she's pretty much the unofficial mayor of Dayton, Ohio. She's excitable, she's always at everything, and she just makes you feel like you're welcome wherever you're at. And she had taken the opportunity to walk me out of the building that day. And I remember through that conversation, as I was walking through the turnstile, she had given me her business card, and I stood there outside the building looking at that business card, I'm just amazed by the interaction that I had had in that moment with her. A complete stranger, someone that didn't know who I was, had made me feel like I was someone. So I ended up turning down the full-time offer at the internship I was currently at, and then when CareSource called me, I gladly accepted their intern offer. I was at CareSource for about 3 years, and during that time, Kathy had become a wonderful mentor of mine. And I remember being about a year and a half in, and I was just like, what's next for me? I'm ready for that next step. I'm sitting in Kathy's office, and she looks at me and she goes, "You're an Up Dayton girl." It's like, what's Up Dayton? I have no idea. But she went on to explain what Up Dayton was and how it's just a collaborative of just individuals in the Dayton community that's really just wanting to make it a place that people will want to work, live, and just thrive together. And through Up Dayton, I learned about the annual Up Dayton Summit. And as soon as I heard about what the summit was, pitching an idea that you could just use the volunteer or just the manpower of the Dayton community to bring an idea to life, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So during the summit of 2017, I pitched a project called Comfort Bags. And what Comfort Bags was is just a bag full of all these different items to help someone in the foster care system transition into the foster care system with dignity, to make them feel like they are someone. And all these opportunities with Up Dayton and just winning, I was able to win the summit that year, have just opened so many doors for me in ways that I couldn't even imagine. I was so glad that I gave Dayton a second chance because it allowed me, through a networking and volunteer experience, to reconnect with my former foster mother after 15 years. And that's a story for another time. But I stand here on this stage today just very thankful and proud to say that I am part of that 2%. Thank you so much.